been asked by a few teachers to post this method of long division in Steiner schools around the world, or Waldorf schools. Long division is a very important part of Year 4 maths. I prefer to use a different method to the traditional method. I like this method because you don't have to be very good at your times tables. All you need to know are your 2 times tables, your 5 times tables, or your 10 times tables. And you, well, if you're good at maths, this is also a good method because it suddenly becomes short division because you make reasonable estimations. So this number here, 658, we call this the dividend. And this number here is the divisor. So the idea is that we divide this number into this number. Another way of looking at how many times can we take 16 away from 658. A lot of people like to look at it as multiple subtractions, but we're going to use estimation. And I like the 10 times tables. 10 times tables are so easy, everybody knows them. So I'm going to guess that this number can go into this number at least 10 times. So I'm going to put my guess over here, down the side, and then I multiply my guess by this number, by the divisor. So 10 times 16, that's 160. Then I subtract 160 from 658. Now I'm going to use, there are 3 values, all numbers have 3 values. Face value, like 6 or 5 or an 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's place value, units, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. And there's total value, or real value, that's the face value times the place value. So to keep it simple, I'm just going to use face value as a shortcut way of subtracting. 8 take away 0, that's 8. 5 take away 6 can't be done. In Australia we use what's called the minuendo decomposition method, which just means to rearrange the top line. When I was at school we learnt the payback method, where if you add 10 to the top you've got to repay to the next column's bottom. Anyway, I go there. So 8 take away 0, that's 8. 5 take away 6, you can't do. So you have to borrow, think about this number here, borrow. So we go, anybody there? Yes. Take 100 away from this, so that becomes 500. That becomes 100 plus 50. So in other words, 15 lots of 10, but we just call it 15. So 15 take away 6, that's 9. 5 take away 1, and that's 4. Now I could go a number later, 16 times 10, and I'll get 160. I could go like that, but I won't. I'm going to double it. I know that 16 times 2, in my little brain there, that's 32, so 16 times 10 is 320. So 320 is the result if I multiply 16 by 20. So I'll put my guess here. Now, this number must always be smaller than this number, so I'm going to subtract this number. So 8 subtract 0, that's 8. 9 subtract 2, that's 7. 4 subtract 3 is 1. What am I doing? Okay, so now I've got 178. Well, I think I'll go back to 10. My next guess will be 10, because 10 times 16, that's 160. I subtract. 8 subtract 0 is 8. 7 subtract 6 is 1. 1 subtract 1 is 0. Now, 16 can go into 18 once. I better just rub that line out. So 1, multiply them. 1 times 16, that's 16. Subtract the 2. And of course the remainder is 2. Now this number becomes the remainder. So to get the answer, we add up all the numbers down the side. So 10 and 20 is 30, 30 and 10 is 40, plus 1 is 41. So I'm going to write 41, and then R for remainder, remainder 2. Now let's say, look, this method is great because you can have umpteen different ways of arriving at the same answer. It become like a game of golf. And so, in fact, some children that I've taught in the past, they've treated it like a game. Who can get the right answer in the shortest number of guesses? And some children, perversely, like to make it as long as possible. But that's a bit of fun too. So let's come here. We'll leave it as it is. And I'll just rub out these ones, or erase as you say in America. We call them erasers. So, I know that 10 times 16 is 160, so the same place there. But this time, I'm pretty lazy. I'm going to go with 10 again. And I'm going 10 times 16, that's 160. Subtract, so 8 subtract 0 is 8. 9 subtract 6, that's 3. 4 subtract 1, that's 3. Now I'm going to go with 10 again. So 10 times 16, that is 160. 8 subtract 0, that is 8. 3 cannot subtract 6, so we go knocking over here. 13 take away 6, that's 7. 2 subtract 1, that is 1. Now, if I go with 10 again, 10 times 16, that's 160. And I know this is going to be 18. Now, 16 goes into 18 once. 1 times 16, that's 16. I'm running out of room here. And I'll draw my line. Put in a subtraction symbol. And then the remainder is 2. So when I add up, 10 plus 10 is 20. Plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40, plus 1 is 41, remainder 2. Exactly the same answer, and like I said, you could do it a lot of different ways and still achieve the same answer. And your really bright children in your class, they will delight in achieving the answer in the shortest possible manner. So thank you for watching. I will put up some other videos and share them on YouTube for you to try and master. Thank you.